No other. Shedeur Sanders. Shedeur Sanders. Yes, sir. It's time. Yeah. Came out the mud, now I'm stepping in gold. Draft day call, got the keys to the soul. Land of the dogs, now I'm barking in cold. Ice in my veins and my story been told. Brown and orange dripping heavy on my chain. Legacy rich, but I'm built from the pain. Pocket too clean, ain't touching the frame. Shedeur Sanders, remember the name. Shedeur to the land, yeah, he bout to go crazy. From Tommy Tom blood, now the whole city wavy. From color of the lights to the dog pound nation. Straight human nation. Let's ride, dog pound. Got a chip on my shoulder, they ain't see the vision. Now I'm throwing downs, cooking up in every division. Every setback had to turn it to precision. Now the city got hope, I'm the one on a mission. From college dreams to the NFL lights, manifested every pass in them cold nights. Now I'm in the land where the underdogs bite. QB1, it's my time, take flight. Shedeur to the land, yeah, about to go crazy. From pre-time blood, now the whole city wavy. From color of the lights to the dog pound nation. Straight domination, straight domination. Came from the bottom, no handouts, no favors. From built different bread for the moments that matter. Cleveland, we bout to shock the whole world. Explosion back in the full beat. Yeah, no pay, good. Came from the bottom, no handouts, no favors. Built different bread for the moments that matter. Cleveland, we bout to shock the whole world. Explosion back in the full beat. Cleveland, you just got a QB like no other.
I'm sick of it.
Shedeur Sanders.
I'm sick of it. I'm sick. I'm sick and tired. I'm sick and tired of hearing about Shedeur Sanders. I am sick and tired. Because he is the most marketable player right now. I'm sick and tired. I'm telling you, man. People are not telling y'all the truth. People are leaving comments and don't even know the full story. Like I said, do your own research, man. Do your own research. Don't listen to me. Don't listen to Joe Buddy over here or dude over there, Billy Bob over there. Do your own research. Come to your own opinions and your own conclusions. You should be doing that with everything, just not this. Cause it's ridiculous, bro. I be reading some of these comments, but they be so stupid. I'm like, bro, did you even watch the full video? Do you even know the context of the whole situation? And do you really know the real reason why what's going on? Obviously you don't. Because if you knew the real reason what was going on and why everybody talking about Shedeur and why his draft slide is so prominent in history that it never happened to a first rounded rated quarterback, he dropped to the 5th round, and you need to understand it's deeper than football. It ain't just about football when it comes to this situation. Because I can clearly turn on the highlight tape and y'all gonna see that this boy is good. Not just because I done coached football, not because I done played football all my life. I know football, and what I see, he is good. Now, the question everybody need to really answer is, only he can answer is, from 2 to 3 years from now, how he gonna be. That's what gonna really tell if he a bust, he an average player, or he a superstar. Don't nobody know nothing. Even with the quarterback still in the league right now, Jaden Daniels, for example. We don't know if he just struck fire in a bottle or lightning in the bottle, whatever the term is, or is he really that guy? You ain't never gonna know until his second year, his third year, his fourth year. You know what I'm saying? But I'm sick and tired of it. People just assuming stuff based on what you done heard, and that's the only thing you done listen to. You ain't went to well off and watched no videos. You ain't went to interviews and listened to him talk. You ain't even went to a game to see him play in person. But you got a whole lot to say, and I'm sick of it. Now, I'm here to debunk a lot of that. Appreciate y'all for one that watched my last video about the interviews, man. Bro, I broke that thing down, bro. It was from my live. I had broke that thing down. I had to upload it. Well, I appreciate y'all, but while y'all here, hit that like button, man. Hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel, man. I'm telling y'all the truth, man. I ain't just doing, oh, this article said this. Nah, I'm looking up. I'm recent. You see all these tabs open. I done closed some of them, but y'all see all these tabs open. Like, this is ridiculous, man. Like, and you wonder why he the most talked quarterback before the draft, during the draft, and after the draft. You wonder why? Because he's the most marketable player right now. You ain't even talking about Cam Ward. You ain't talking about Travis. You talking about a 5th round draft pick. And you wonder why. Because everybody's so emotionally attached to Shedeur that he failed, or that he didn't get picked, or what he said, he's arrogant. He's this. He got an attitude. He did horrible in the interviews. Somebody is emotionally attached some kind of way. So even the haters click on my videos and watch them, and they don't even like them. But you click on the video to watch them. I appreciate you. I appreciate y'all anyway. You click on the video to watch them just because you hate this boy so bad that you got to leave a comment. You got to watch the video, see what I say, then write your comment down below. Like, no, bro. Listen. He's the most marketable player. That's why everybody talking about him. And they going to continue talking about him because he making them money. The same thing I said, why, on NFL Shop. If y'all was here, y'all been here, y'all already know y'all done heard me say this. That's the reason why his jersey was the only one up here after he got drafted. You didn't see Junkins. You still don't see Gabriel jersey up here. See what I'm saying? This is exactly what I'm talking about. He's the most marketable player. That's why you hear about him. So I'm sick. Now, let's go ahead and get into it, man. Now, now my reasoning of why he failed is a combination of things. I ain't say it all there. It's a combination of things. So first of all, it's people. People have their own opinions. I don't care how much money you got, and if you own an NFL team or not, you're a billionaire, millionaire, trillionaire, you are a person with an opinion. You are emotionally attached some kind of way. If you like somebody or if you don't like them. You are emotionally attached either way. So when it came about the Giants, like I was explaining in my interview tape video, go watch that video. Matter of fact, let me bring it up so y'all can see. Hit that like button, man, while I'm pulling this up. I'm telling you, man, if you go watch this video right here, interview tapes, go watch this video right here, man. It's on my channel. That's the thumbnail right there. I'm telling you, the reason why I'm debunking this because it was the Giants that came out with the information. It wasn't people even coming talking about what about the other 31 teams? It wasn't the other 31 teams that came out with the information. They said the Giants, scouts, anonymous scout from the Giants or the people from the Giants said it was the worst interview. That's why I was doing that. And then when they put out the Jackson Dart interview tape, that's why I reviewed it and we debunked all that. He ain't have no playbook neither. And if you ain't never played college football and ain't never been in a college football meeting, you won't understand how the process goes. Even at the NFL level, it's the same process. College football is a whole nother class. You in college taking classes, and football is one of your classes. You have offense, special teams, defensive meetings, and a whole team meeting. You have to bring your playbook everywhere. The playbook is where you get the plays for the install. Y'all gotta understand that. Just because they said the install is what you putting in that day. Those the plays from the playbook that you picking from that day. And I still got my college football playbook. I play defense. I still got mine. And I was using it when I was coaching. Running the same plays. You in college, the playbook is used to have all your plays in it. And you pick the ones from the playbook that you're going to install that day. Because you can't run every play in one day. So you got to install these 5, these 10. Players got to practice them. So you go to the practice field after you done been in a meeting and you done installed the play. You done drew it up on the board and showed them. Because that's what you got to do first. Then you go on the field and you practice it to make sure they retain and remember and they get it correct, what you drew on the board. So I don't want to hear about it wasn't no playbook. They say it installed. Listen here. You got to understand. If you ain't never been in there, you don't know. Now, if you done been in there, y'all done did something different, then that's, y'all tell me, let me know. But from what I know, what I've been through for 4 years playing college football, we had to bring that playbook even we ain't even look in it. We had to bring it. Then you had the notebook paper taking notes as coach went over. Okay, well, he say this play, we gonna do this different. This play, we gonna do that different. Or this play, we doing this. It might change week to week. I'm just talking about defense now. Offense too. It might change week to week. You got the same plays from the playbook, but you might call something different this week than you did last week just because the defense, they done picked up on something. So now you got to switch something up. Y'all don't understand that, bro. You gotta know football and understand it to actually be in it to understand it. You just can't throw out something and you don't know nothing. So what I'm saying is, this moment where we seen Jackson Dart.
Right down the fort.
Right here in this meeting, we seen Jackson Dart. They had already went over them plays. Ain't no way you gonna tell me they gave him the playbook, the install book, whatever you want to call it, because it's the same thing. And he had it on his own, looking at it and understood what they were talking about. It ain't no way. Because the verbiage is different. The verbiage is different from Ole Miss to New York Giants. Same difference from Colorado to the New York Giants. In this case, with Shedeur went. The verbiage is different. You can't tell the player to correct the errors if he don't know what the verbiage is. Meaning, when I say the verbiage, meaning what if the coach say red, blue, green, red means something, blue means something, green means something to the Giants. Now in Colorado, Shedeur could have the same red, blue, green call, but it's something different at Colorado. That's what happens. So in order for the player to know what red, blue, green means, he has to go to an install meeting to understand the verbiage. I can call cover 2. Your team, in this case, I'm just going to say the Falcons. The Falcons call cover 2 blue, right? New York Giants call cover 2 red. If I call blue, if I get traded from the Falcons to the Giants and I call blue, what you think the Giants going to do? They're going to run a different coverage because blue don't mean cover 2 in the Giants. Now, if I get traded from the Giants to the Falcons and I call red, red don't mean cover 2 at the Falcons. It ain't nothing basic. You wasn't in there. I wasn't in there. We don't know what it was. All we know is we can base it off this video. I'm about the facts, bro. Show me. If it come out and he's sitting in that room and he get mad and he get everyone on wrong, that's what it is. He got it wrong. They were correct. But until they put out the video, I'm basing that off this video. From seeing Jackson Dart walk in this room on the same type visit Shedeur went to and didn't have no playbook, went through an install meeting and they reviewed what they went over. Because that's exactly how I go. They don't go in there and tell him, hey, write the plays down. And he don't know none of the verbiage. How he know the blocking scheme and he call out boss or he call out whatever the blocking scheme was? How he know that call? He don't know that call because he came from Ole Miss. He know that call because they went over it in the install meeting. He don't know the call. If he just walked in there off the street with the playbook, then read it, came in there and said, this call right here. He don't know that. Because he asked him, tell me where the extra blitz are going to come. We didn't see the answer. We don't know if he got it right or wrong. But obviously, he got it right. They say he dominated the process. But what I'm saying is he had to learn it first. Now, if Shedeur came in there, how you come in there not prepared if you don't know the offense? You can't come in there not prepared when you don't know the offense. That's what I'm trying to tell you, bruh. Jeez, I'm sick of it. Well, y'all got to understand how football work, bruh. Football, you can't be dumb playing quarterback, and you can't be dumb playing football, period. You can't be dumb. It's impossible. Because if you're dumb, you would have never made it to the NFL. Let me put it like that. Anonymous.
Same thing in Seattle with Russell Wilson. You know, everybody's like, he's too short. He's this, that, and that. Fuck, we went back-to-back Super Bowls. You know, I think, and I hate to say this because I don't know his father personally. I really don't. But I think the shit show to come with them from the standpoint of media, and Cleveland's going to get it. I mean, why would they draft the quarterback in third and wait for Shedeur to the fifth? You know, because Shedeur, I've seen
because
Shedeur
they have a horrible fucking GM. That's why.
Well,
Now look, that's the difference between Cam Ward, I'm just going to use Cam Ward in this case, and Shedeur. Same thing with Dylan Gabriel, Jackson Dart versus Shedeur. Shedeur is already a celebrity. That's part of the reason why he dropped. Because they don't want that media. You seen what they did to Colin Kaepernick. All he did was take a knee. Didn't no owner want that media attention. So what comes with Shedeur already? Media attention. And we continue to have the media attention. That's why y'all clicked on this video. That's why you click on them other videos. That's why you turn on ESPN and First Take and all of that. And they going to have a section or a segment about Shedeur. Not Cam Ward. Not Travis Hunter. Not Dylan Gabriel. Not Jackson Dart. They're going to have a segment specifically for Shedeur Sanders. And in this case, the Cleveland Browns. Because that's the team he drafted to. Now they gonna bring up the quarterback competition, all that going on, all that.
Flacco is not going to make
That's
it.
right. I think
I believe that either Kenny Pickett or Joe Flacco is not going to make
that's
it.
right. I think Kenny Pickett would
Because
be
the two draft picks, like you drafted them, you have to see what they could do.
Right.
You've seen what these other guys could do. And then Flacco just recently played with the Browns, so he kind of got the edge there, but I don't think one of them make it.
They actively went out and tried to acquire him.
So that tells you the disconnect of them drafting Shedeur.
Right.
But whose decision was that? Because you made your decision to trade for Pickett and draft Dylan Gabriel. Then you're also drafting Shedeur Sanders. Now you have 4 quarterbacks, the reps, the roster management. It's just a very weird situation in Cleveland that we just don't know how it's going to shake out.
That's why I have to think that it was ownership.
That's what I think.
And not Andrew Berry or Kevin Stefanski who wanted Sanders. Yeah.
First of all, it don't matter. Well, y'all must be subscribed, but you could have came back. Anyway, like I was about to say, it don't matter who made the call to draft him. The owner is the owner. He owned the team. He can make whatever decision he want. He the one that hired them folk. The GM, the head coach, all that. He had to approve all that. So if he wanted to draft Shedeur, that's what he wanted. They in the business about making money. You don't own no team. Just, this is my favorite team when I was young, and I don't care what happens. No, you own the team because of business, and you making money. So who is the player that you going to get to make the most money? Shedeur Sanders. That's who you going to get. Put your team in the spotlight every day until the season start. And then when the preseason even start, guess what's going to happen? You're going to sell out every home preseason game because they want to come see number 12 in this case. For right now, it's number 12, Shedeur. They coming to see him. They ain't coming to see Joe Flacco. They ain't coming to see Deshaun Watson sitting on the sideline with masseuses. They ain't coming to see Dylan Gabriel. They ain't coming to see Myles Garrett. They coming to see Shedeur Sanders. That's why every preseason game gonna be sold out in Cleveland. Because they gonna watch, he gonna play, so you know they gonna be sold out. I ain't lying to y'all, bro. And this situation is Kenny Pickett should get traded. Now I'm gonna tell you why. I think Kenny Pickett should get traded. He was on the Eagles last year. The Browns traded for him from the Eagles. He was on that Super Bowl winning team. He got a ring. He was the backup. The offensive coordinator from the Eagles is now the Saints head coach. Saints drafted Tyler Show. What he got to do? The same thing Shedeur and Jackson Dart got to do. And Dylan Gabriel. He got to learn the offense. But guess what? Kenny Pickett already know the offense. Kenny Pickett been on the Eagles, I don't know for how long, maybe just a year, but he had to learn the playbook. Kenny Pickett had to learn Kellen Moore's playbook. So guess what the Browns can do? They can trade Kenny Pickett to the Saints for whatever they offering just to get rid of him because he on a rookie contract anyway. And they're ridiculous right here. He on a rookie deal contract anyway. So he only got $2 million. You can get $2 million. You can, pay him $2 million or whatever. It wouldn't be nothing for the Saints to pay him $2 million to get a veteran quarterback. And now the Browns back to 3 quarterbacks instead of 4 because Deshaun Watson done. He ain't playing no more for the Browns. They just can't get rid of him because they got to pay him. They're about the only reason. They're the only reason why Deshaun Watson still on the team, because they can't pay him. I mean, they got to pay him. They can't cut him. They can't cut Deshaun Watson. I told you, boy, I'm about to be fat, boy. I pull it up now. They can't cut Deshaun Watson. I don't know if y'all can see it. Nope. It's right above my camera right here. Right above. The dark gray. That's what I highlighted right here. If they cut Deshaun Watson, they would have to pay him $167 million. They'll be on the dead cap for $167 million. But he only gonna hit the cap if they keep him on the team for $35 million. Now next year is where it gets sticky. Because next year he hit the cap for $80 million. Right here in the middle. That cap hit. He hit the cap for $80 million next year. So they can make a decision, but then you're gonna still have a dead cap of 131. So either way, they stuck. But he ain't never playing on the field. He'll be a Cleveland Brown until next year, until after next season. But after that, he not playing another snap for the Browns. He not. And then this right here, what Ryan Clark said, this got me. It ain't even about who they wanted, man. They drafted Gabriel. They drafted Gabriel because they were the GM and the head coach. Well, mainly the GM, because the head coach got a little input, but the GM mainly make the decisions. So that's the guy they had targeted because they really thought Shedeur was going to be gone. But at the same time, it was a whole collective of trying to blackball, humble him, whatever you want to call it, that didn't work. In the whole league as collusion, did not draft Shedeur because they didn't want that media attention. He already a celebrity. He a confident black man that believe in himself. He don't care what people think of him. He know who he is. He confident. That's a threat. A lot of these boys, same thing somebody level coming about Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson was in the same status as Shedeur when he fell in the draft. As far as popularity, celebrityism, I don't even know if that's a word. But anyway, Shedeur was way more popular before he got into the NFL than Lamar Jackson. You didn't know Lamar Jackson was going to be a 2-time, 3-time MVP, NFL MVP player. Now he one of the most popular players. It's the reverse with Shedeur. He already popular. So the NFL, you don't need the NFL to become a celebrity or be popular, to be a superstar or make money. You already doing it. So now you don't need us. We might not need you. You come with media attention. You come with distractions. That's what people gonna say. But how is he a distraction? Boy, ain't never been in jail. Ain't never been in trouble. Ain't never been on the news. Ain't never committed a crime. Ain't never domestic violence. None of that. Don't smoke. Don't drink. Far as I know, we ain't never seen it. You just wear big iced out chains. Do this, and his dad a Dion. Man, he a confident black man. That's why you hate on him. But let's listen to this.
If he would have fallen to the 7th round,
right,
the Steelers weren't drafting Shedeur Sanders.
Why?
Why?
Shedeur Sanders was not going to be picked by the Pittsburgh Steelers. Whatever the evaluation was, whatever decision was made, he was not going to be the quarterback picked, drafted, called by Mike Tomlin.
Because of talent?
That's just further evidence something other than football tainted Shedeur Sanders coming into that draft. Because there's no excuse for him to fall that low. And there's no reason why on earth why a franchise like the Pittsburgh Steelers, who's been starving to find a quarterback for years, Ryan Clark could come up here and say, even if it was the 7th round, they still wouldn't have picked him. That makes no football sense.
It don't, Stephen A. It really don't. Because you need a quarterback. And why they waiting on Aaron Rodgers, I have no idea. Aaron Rodgers about to be 43. This man on the back end of his career, now you're going to have to do the same situation again next year, try to find a quarterback. First you had Russell Wilson and Justin Fields. You didn't re-sign none of them. Didn't make no sense. You could have at least re-signed at least one of them. Even if you were trying to get Aaron Rodgers, you just re-signed Justin Fields, saying he's the younger player, and then you sign Aaron Rodgers. Because he ain't going to play no more 1 year, but he ain't signed with the Steelers anyway. So now, it's like you got Will Howard, Mason Rudolph, and whoever else on the roster at quarterback. What's going to happen? To Steelers fans ain't happening when you could have had Shedeur, especially if Shedeur turned out to be what we think he's going to be. Same thing with the Saints. Derek Carr done retired. I just explained that with Kenny Pickett. But you drafted Tyler Show, who only threw for over 3,000 yards in one season, in 7 years of college football. Meanwhile, you got a guy that's on the board that done threw for 3,000 passing yards every year and over 30 touchdowns in every year of college football with 10 or less interceptions. bro, he was cloud chasing hard because once again, you got it when you get Shedeur. Get what? If Shedeur got drafted in the second round, first round, 21st pick by the Steelers, we'll be talking about the Steelers right now and how Shedeur look in minicamp. Steelers minicamp. We wouldn't be talking about the Browns. We wouldn't be talking about Jacksonville. We wouldn't be talking about the Titans. We'll still be talking about Shedeur just on a different team. Y'all got to understand, he is the most marketable player right now in the league. And he going to stay that way until he get on the field in the preseason game. And then when he show out, it's just going to skyrocket even more. So get what? I'm here for all of it. That's why y'all need to subscribe, share, and like this video. Because we breaking it down. All this good news. Debunking everything that coming out that y'all just believing whatever they saying. And ain't doing no research and no facts. Come on, man. And hater like that, they stay on my live. I appreciate you. I appreciate you, boy. Just hit that like button. That's all I ask. You can say whatever I ain't gonna say you gonna say whatever you want in the comment because you will get deleted or reported. But hey, hit that like button while you're here. That's all I'm gonna say. But what I'm saying is, hey, you gotta respond to them. You gotta engage with them because that's what they came here for. You know, I gotta keep them in here, but I'm making money out there. You know what I'm talking about? And I ain't lying to you. Everybody that post video about Shedeur, they making money. Don't get it twisted.
We hear the Shedeur's not that bad stories. You know, Shedeur is not, I mean, we're not seeing any indication of any of those, you know, off the field, look at me red flags. You know, he's actually a pro. He knows the grindstone. We give guys mid-June till we hear the Shedeur's not that bad stories. You know, Shedeur is not, I mean, we're not seeing any indication of any of those, you know.
It ain't no distraction. The media make it a distraction. You can portray, the media can portray anybody how they want to because people are easily manipulated and emotionally attached to players, teams, or whatever. So if you can manipulate it, cut this, edit that, we gonna post this. We ain't gonna post that, but we gonna post this. We gonna post the bad stuff. We ain't gonna post the good stuff. You watch on the news, you barely see any good stuff. Everything bad. So the same situation. When they reporting the draft, right before the draft, they come out talking about he bombed the interviews. That were the worst interviews ever. How? Where the video? Who is the one that said it? Put your name behind it, bro. Quit being anonymous. Like, that's just like, being anonymous is like, I heard that you said from such and such. You already know that's a lie. Why don't you just come ask me? And then people say, why Shedeur ain't saying that? It ain't gonna do him no good. It ain't gonna do him no good if he come out and say that was a lie or if it was true. It ain't gonna do him no good. Because if you notice, the dude ain't never retaliated or never responded to a hater at all. The only time he did something close to it was at the Colorado State game when they beat him. Because the quarterback, that's competition though. Because the quarterback on the other side were talking trash and then y'all mollywopped him. So that's heated battle competition. That's the only time he done reacted or responded to somebody. The man ain't even never said nothing on social media about nothing. He ain't never came at nobody about on social media, in a press conference, none of that. But he got an attitude. He need to be humbled. Like, come on, man. Bruh, it ain't about black or white. A black quarterback versus a white quarterback. In the Alamo Bowl, Shedeur and Travis, the only two that came to play. I watched the game, bro. I know football. Them other boys, they were scared. LeJounte, Jimmy, all of them, all your favorites, they were scared. Shiloh almost made a play. He came to play too. And I think Craig on defensive side. Everybody else, scared. They weren't ready to play. BYU, where you win the game of football is offensive and defensive line. I know a quarterback most important position, all that, whatever. If you can't block or stop the run, you will lose. They talking about he always threw these short intermediate routes. That line don't block. You can't hold on to the ball, even though he did do it and cause some of them sacks. I ain't saying he didn't. I was like, throw the ball away. But he trying to make a play. I get it. As a player and your team down, you trying to make a play, you do stupid stuff that make it worse sometimes just because you trying to make a play. And he done said that. It's some stuff he need to work on. But what I'm saying is, short intermediate routes, you have to get the ball out quick. He's the most sacked quarterback in NCAA. He taking all this punishment, but still getting back up. Tyler Shook been 7 years in college, only played 1 full season, and got drafted 2nd round. That's all I'm saying. BYU had both of them boys, them big boys, on both sides of the ball. Offensive line and the defensive line. Georgia. Ohio State. How you think they won championship, national championship? Come on now. Come on now. Y'all got to understand football. Football is won in the trenches. That's why you see Patriots take an offensive tackle with the 4th pick. That's why you see a lot of them offensive linemen go in the 1st round. It won in the trench. I don't care if you got Caleb Williams. What the Bears did. What the Bears do this offseason. What the Bears do? They went in and got a whole new offensive line. The Bears went and got a whole new offensive line. And they drafted receivers. Come on now. Come on now. You can look at Cam. I ain't gonna pull up no stats no more. I ain't doing that. Maybe I need to. Okay, you know, I'm about to prove. But I can go off my head because I done did it so much. Cam Ward got sacked 22 times. This last past season. Cam Ward got sacked 22 times. Shedeur got sacked 42. But the year before that, Shedeur got sacked 52. So you mean to tell me a quarterback that gets sacked 20 more times, no matter if it's his fault or not, he got sacked 20 more times than the number 1 overall pick, had the same exact stats, passing yards, touchdowns, and interceptions, and a passing attempts. I think Shedeur had a little bit more passing attempts. But Cam Ward had a running game and a defense. And an offensive line that blocked. Shedeur didn't have the offensive line was better than the year before, but he still didn't have no run game, and he was sacked 20 more times, and still had the same exact numbers with a high completion percentage. But he go 5th round, and the other dude ain't nothing to get Cam Ward. I like Cam Ward. I hope he do good too. But I'm just saying, in this situation, one go number 1 and the other one go 5th round. Ain't no way you ain't saying it's blackball, collusion, humbleness, whatever you want to say it is. It ain't about football. It ain't about football.
Low sports self-esteem. Jimmy Haslam, who's got some money, he drafted Johnny Manziel, Baker Mayfield, and Deshaun Watson. Those were his calls. Headlines. So Shedeur Sanders at the Thursday, Friday, Saturday 3-day rookie minicamp, there's a lot of speculation. He wanted Shedeur Sanders. The staff drafted Dillon Gabriel, Oregon, 2 rounds earlier. And they were doing that not because they necessarily loved Dillon Gabriel, they liked him, but they thought it would stop their impulsive owner from forcing them to draft in round 4 Shedeur Sanders. Here they went this weekend, and the video, it's just perfect for Jimmy Haslam. All the video out of rookie camp is Shedeur Sanders. I don't blame the kid, by the way. I would have drafted him higher. I think he's a franchise quarterback.
And what I don't like is it been all that talk He ain't that good. He might not make the team. Shedeur might not make the team. He a 5th rounder. He got to work harder than everybody else. He's 5th round, and ain't no guarantee he gonna make the team. All of a sudden, after 3 days of rookie minicamp and a week of workouts, and now all of a sudden he can be QB1. He can play. Bro, y'all don't get out of here. Come on now. But we been the we can play. Like I said, the pain point was Shedeur failed. He ain't making the team. Like, where you even get that from? He gonna be practice squad. Come on, bro. Look at my boy. Craig, boy. I remember, boy, at Celebration Bowl, he got stiffed on like crazy. That was horrible, boy. That was horrible. So Prime got a new show on Netflix documentary. Then they want to cut that. I don't like to show all of them. It Kenny Pickett and Dylan Gabriel over to the left over here. But you got Joe Flacco, Shedeur, and with Jerry Jeudy, bro. Come on. I won't tell you what's gonna happen. After knowing what I know and seeing what Shedeur can do in person, I done watched him in person when he was at Jackson State before all this hype. So you can't say I'm a follower because I was with him when they were still at Jackson State. If Shedeur get in there and do what I think he gonna do, we gonna be looking at, like you said, Rookie of the Year. Why did he fall that far? They gonna bring that back up. All these people gonna still hate on him, just like Buddy in here. They gonna hate him even worse. But like you go on my interviews, his interviews that I uploaded, listening to them talk, man, it ain't nothing but confident. Ain't nothing cocky. Ain't no attitude. You want your quarterback to be confident, bro. And this dude right here, I don't even want to read this because it ain't irrelevant, bro. You getting $230 million stealing. So whatever you say irrelevant. Just exit off of that. Don't make no sense. Cause this dude right here, even him, talking about
the Guardians or Indians over the years. Whenever there are high expectations on any Cleveland pro sports team,
it's hard.
It's bad.
But Tony, other team, the Chiefs, you think they have high expectations? The Yankees, like, why do these teams?
Because all those teams have won championships.
Right. And when the Cavs had LeBron, they had high expectations and did just fine. When you have okay, fair. But the Lions for the last couple years, I know they haven't ended with a Super Bowl, but they've still been really good.
Man, it don't even matter how tall Dylan Gabriel is, man. But I know one thing: he ain't Kyler Murray. Kyler Murray is short, a smaller quarterback. Appreciate that. You always come through. I appreciate you. Gina Bina. Ain't nobody hyping nobody, man. I said we got to see him 2 to 3 years from now to see if he was a bust, an average player, or a superstar. Same thing with Jaden Daniels and these other packs. Caleb Williams, Bryce Young. Same thing with them. They ain't been in the league that long. So you don't know. Anthony Richardson, we don't know yet. You don't know yet. With a quarterback, it takes 2 to 3 years or longer. You see what happened to Sam Darnold. He just got good. He been in the league. He just got good. So you don't know. Geno Smith. He was on fire. Then he cooled all the way off. Then he done came back. That's what I'm saying. Like, we ain't gonna know. Now, if Shedeur come out and do what Jaden Daniels did, then we gonna expect him to do it again. Just like we expect Jaden Daniels to do it again. Like, come on, bro. That's what I'm saying. You gonna expect him to win MVP now? You gonna want Jaden Daniels to win MVP now? once again, it don't matter how tall he is. Dylan Gabriel. If the boy can play, he can play. I ain't watched no too many Oregon games except for the one they lost in the playoff. And I ain't even watched the whole game, so I can't speak on Dylan Gabriel, how he play. I ain't looking at no highlight, none of that. But what I'm saying is, if he can play, he can play. He got drafted for a reason. 3rd round. That mean they whatever they seen, they believe he could play. That's all that matters. It only take one team. It ain't about me and your opinion or none of that. But what I'm saying is, I'm comparing them to another smaller quarterback that's in the league. Went higher though, but Kyler Murray, he got speed. He way more athletic. So Dylan Gabriel, he don't play like that. That ain't his play style. I know that much. So is he better than Shedeur? We don't know. But we're gonna find out in the preseason. And right here, while we talking about it, so they got one home game. So get what? The Panthers away game, the Eagles away game, them will be sold out. But I might have to go to them one. Oregon team was stacked, and they stacked again. They were stacked the year before with Bo Nix. Dude came what he came from? Alabama, Georgia, one of them. He was in that tree. He was in that coaching tree with Nick Saban and Smart, Kirby Smart, the head coach for Oregon. He was in that tree somewhere down there in the SEC. So he understand he need them big boys to win. Yeah, but he transferred to Oregon the year he got drafted. Yeah, that when the head coach, we play for wins, we don't play for clicks. That when that came up, which made no sense. Because the only reason why y'all on national TV like that is because y'all playing Colorado. Like, come on, man. Oregon was good now. Oregon, they been good these past couple years. Ain't taking nothing away from them. But don't be saying, you can't say nothing like that, bro. If Colorado on TV more than you, it ain't about the clicks, it's about the money. And the clicks get your money. So, get to the real thing, bro. Quit beating around the bush. This boy the most marketable quarterback or marketable player, period, right now in the league. I guess so. I ain't watching him at Auburn. I know he played at Auburn, but I ain't watching him at Bo Nix at Auburn. Now we're gonna look at this schedule though. I want to do before I get out. I ain't staying on that long, but I appreciate y'all for coming, man. Hit that like button and subscribe, bro. Share that video, man. I'm coming out with this banger content all the way up until Shedeur start or whatever team he on. Cause ain't no telling what these Browns might do or what anybody might do. Cause the Browns, they're a toss-up organization right now. My cousin even played last year for the Browns, and I wasn't even talking about the Browns. Well, everybody talking about the Browns now just because of Shedeur. I wasn't even studying the Browns, and he played for them, and I ain't even watch no game. So guess what? I'm gonna watch the Brown game now. So yeah, what I'm saying is he the most marketable player. Well, let's take a look at this schedule, man. Now, we already just looked at the preseason game. Now I don't, where they were talking about they got 0 primetime game. We already know they ain't gonna have no primetime game. Browns, you got to show me something first. Where that right here.
Vikings. After 5 Bengals, Ravens, Packers, Lions, Vikings. After 5 weeks, what do you think the Browns' record is after that? I got 2-3. Nick, what do you after the first 5 games? What do you think?
I kind of feel like 2-3. I could see 3-2 as well.
The next 5: Steelers, Dolphins, Patriots, Jets, Ravens. I actually got them 4-1 here.
I'll say that they go 2-3.
Next 5, Raiders on the road, Niners at home.
I'm about to look at it myself. Cause all that ain't gonna matter depending on who the quarterback. Yeah, all gonna depend on your quarterback play. We know the defense pretty good. The Brown defense, they got some ballers over there. So it all gonna come down to the offense and who your quarterback is. Because, you know, they got a two-headed monster. They got a two-headed monster at running back now. So they ain't re-signed Nick Chubb. They drafted Judkins and Sampson. So them boys gonna be toting the rock. And I don't know if Ford's still there. I know he was there. But they got a 3-man rotation running back if Ford's still there. If not, then they gonna lean on them rookies. And then now, when I'm looking at Joe Flacco gonna start the season. The only way Joe Flacco don't start the season if Shedeur do what we all know he can do and just blow him out the water. And then, you know, he just become the starter. Or they try to pull Kenny Pickett, make him the starter. If he's still on the team, or Dylan Gabriel, then it is what it is. But all these wins and losses are going to depend on who the quarterback. But the first two, definitely an L. They not beating Cincinnati and they not beating the Ravens. Still, they just better teams, man. Cincinnati, they been iffy last couple of years, but they a better team. Green Bay, better team. Lions, we know what they is now, better team. Minnesota, we got to see what J.J. McCarthy going to do since they ain't got Sam Darnold no more. Pittsburgh, how they going to look? Who going to be the quarterback? That's what I said. Miami, there could be a toss-up right there. That can be a toss-up right there because it look like they playing at home that game too. Patriots could win, but they got to go away. Then they got a bye week. Jets could be a dub. Baltimore, lost. Raiders, iffy, question mark. San Francisco, question mark, because the way they see the season they had, and then got rid of some of their players and stuff. Tennessee, question mark. You got to see how Cam Ward going to be playing by the end. Chicago Bears, that might be an L just because of what all they done did during the offseason. Like I said, the offensive line with Caleb Williams. Buffalo, L. Pittsburgh, like I said, who's going to be the quarterback? How they going to be playing at this point? Question mark. Then you got Cincinnati being probably another L. So, yeah. You got all them L. Y'all keep track of them. I don't know. You know, I ain't that invested. I just want to see if Shedeur going to be playing any one of these times. But, it could be week 6 before we see Shedeur or Dylan Gabriel. Just because I'm thinking they're going to start Joe Flacco. Just because he the veteran and he done been there and done it. And then, you know, because the first 2 games, they tough. Well, the first 5 games, tough. So it's going to be like, do you want to throw a rookie in there to see what he do? Maybe. But Joe Flacco, right now, my opinion, at this point, on May 15th, he the starter. Now, we get closer to the preseason. We go through the preseason and get closer to week 1, it might change. Same thing with the Browns, it might change. Still got to see what we're going to have with Kenny Pickett, if he still be on the team, or even Joe Flacco, if he still be on the team, or do they trade Shedeur, or do they trade Dylan Gabriel? You know, ain't no telling with the Browns, but can do anything. They unconventional. And they been bad for a long time. So they might be throwing darts just to see who stick. So that's what I'm saying. But we gotta understand it, man. Then they trying to get a new stadium. Now it'd be real nice have a dome up there. I ain't even read this whole thing. I just pulled it up. But you know, if it look anything like this, that'd be nice. That'd be real nice, wouldn't it? I ain't no Cleveland Brown fan. You know, I just like Shedeur, but you know what I'm saying? That look real nice. It'll be something different. Especially up there in Cleveland. I ain't been up there neither, though, but still, I'm just going off, you know, what I done seen on TV. That's all I'm saying. So, hey. And then he coming in to win. He coming in at a working win. You can't doubt nobody like that, bro. You can't not give him an opportunity. Now, like I said, probably gonna be Joe Flacco first. Then depending on how he playing, they might make a change or they might not. If Joe Flacco playing good, we don't know. Jimmy, he been talked about. He been getting talked about a lot over there in Carolina. Now, if y'all been here, I don't too much like Jimmy. Not as a person, just a player. I don't like Jimmy as a player. Because what I've seen the past 2 years at Colorado, he had all this hype, and to me, he didn't deliver. 400 yards receiving. He had 500 the year before. And you were the number 2 receiver, or number 3 then. You were the number 3 receiver. Then, now this past season, he was the number 6. The 5th or 6th receiver on the roster. Now, I know he was out there with the starters, but the numbers and the play-wise, I watched the game with my own 2 eyes. He showed up. The year before in the first game, he showed up. And last year, again, North Dakota State, he showed up. That was it. And now, we on air again, like they said, he was balling in the Senior Bowl or whatever, but then didn't play. And then now he balling in minicamp with no pass home. So he gonna have to prove it to me. Simon Craig, boy, I hope he make the team, boy. Boy, deserve a chance. He work hard, man. Boy, work hard. Same thing with BJ Green. Because both of them with Travis. And I think they gotta, I don't know what what the depth chart look like, but for the Jaguars, what they said when we watched, if you ain't watched it, go to Travis Hunter YouTube and watch his full video when he first after he got drafted to Jacksonville. Now, if they doing what they say they gonna do is give him whatever he want. Hey, keep my two teammates on the team at least for a year. Let's see what they do. It'll make me more comfortable adjusting, but I don't think he need all that. But still, okay, he said something about that right here in the press conference. He did say something about, they asked him, did he advocate for him and all that? He was like, nah, not really, but it makes sense. Bro, I don't care about Jimmy suffering from a season. What about the year before? What about the year before? That's what I want to know. He just got to show me. I don't dislike him. I just don't like him as a football player. Why you saying that like that? Well, like a female can't know football. A lot of them do. Probably know it better than you. Anyway. I'm about to go ahead and get off that thing. I said an hour, man. I got to go eat. I got to do other stuff. I just want to come holler at y'all, you know what I'm saying? Because this my prime time, and I see that it is working. So we going to be back here tomorrow, more than likely at 6 o'clock again. If y'all want to hit that like button, subscribe, and share this video and tell your friend about that money, man. You already know I greatly appreciate it, man, because we're going to be back here for now at 6 o'clock tomorrow, Friday. And then we're going to talk about, Travis Hunter or Cam Ward. But just stay out, turn your notifications on, all that, man. And we're gonna get back into it. Go watch this video right here. The interview. Shedeur Sanders never got a playbook. The Giants lied about the pre-draft interview. And yeah, man, we still doing the 50K giveaway. We still doing the 50K giveaway. If you don't know what it is, I've been saying this way before the draft, but I ain't getting no traction. But since I got y'all in here, we still doing the 50K giveaway. You got to comment down. First, you got to like the video, subscribe to the channel. Then you comment prime time giveaway. Comment your favorite player, Travis or Shedeur. And if you get picked, then I'm going to go live, pick the winner, And then y'all got to DM me on Twitter. Y'all just seen my Twitter. Now, I ain't here, Browntown Ops. Or on Instagram at Browntown Opulence. And then DM me all your information if you get picked. And then we'll get you the jersey. Or Travis or Shedeur, tell me the size, location. It'll get sent to you. Travis or Shedeur. Should be 2 winners. So one to get a Travis and one to get a Shedeur. Or if you want both Shedeur, then they'll get both Shedeur. Or both Travis. That's how I'm doing it, boy. But I appreciate y'all, man. Hit that like button again. Subscribe. Tell your friend about that money, man. You already know. We out of here. Let's go.
Now I'm in the land where the underdogs bite. QB1, it's my time, take flight. Shedeur to the land, yeah, gotta go crazy. From pre-time time, blood out the whole city wavy. From color of the lights to the dog pound nation. Straight domination, straight domination. Came from the bottom, no handouts, no favors. From built different bread for the moments that matter. Cleveland, we about to shock the whole world. Explosion back in the full beat. Yeah, no pay, girl. Came from the
Tampa Bay just signed the hardest hitting safety in the game.
Shedeur Sanders.
Cradle.
Had it, gang. We in the league now.
Came out the dark, now I'm light in the bay. From the snow to the sun, now I hit where you lay. Pads crack loud like the Raymond waves. Number 21, got the gold DNA.
You just got a QB like no other. Shedeur Sanders.
It's time.
Came out the mud, now I'm stepping in gold. Draft day, call, got the keys to the soul. Land of the dogs, now I'm barking in cold. Ice in my veins and my story been told. Brown and orange dripping heavy on my chain. Legacy rich, but I'm built from the pain. Pocket too clean, they ain't touching the frame. Shedeur Sanders, remember the name. Shedeur to the land, yeah, he bout to go crazy. From primetime blood, now the whole city waving. From Colorado lights to the dog pound nation. Shedeur the savior, straight domination. Let's roll. Got a chip on my shoulder, they ain't see the vision. Now I'm throwing dimes, cooking up in every division. Every setback had to turn it to precision. Now the city got hope, I'm the one on a mission. From college dreams to the NFL lights. Manifested every pass in them cold nights. Now I'm in the land where the underdogs bite. QB1, it's my time, take flight. Shedeur to the land, yeah, he bout to go crazy. From primetime blood, now the whole city waving. From Colorado lights to the dog pound nation. Shedeur the savior, straight domination. Came from the bottom, no handouts, no favors. Built different bread for the moments that matter. Cleveland, we bout to shock the whole world. Explosion back in a full beat.